The mood that I'm in right now, as I'm recording this for you guys right now, I have no words. Literally. I have no words. When I say this every single time, this literally, you think it's a joke every time. The casual wrestling fan are some of the most dumbest and stupidest kinds of people walking God's green earth. You think it's a joke? You think this is a fucking joke? I have evidence on Twitter. I will not reveal the name who gave me this information. Not gonna reveal it. But this casual on Twitter, Cold Steel 1863. Now, there was a report going around saying that the club, obviously the club, are reportedly leaving the company after turning down contracts. Can't blame them, right? They've been sitting in catering for the past 2 years, right? Don't blame them. That news I'm going to report here on the podcast later on. I'm going to show you guys the tweet before anything. Matter of fact, I'm going to read the tweet first, then I'm going to show you who it is. This casual tweets, and I quote, "Two of the most bland jobbers in the company. No great loss." Think it's a joke? You think this is a joke? This is starting to get a little blurry. Cold Steel 1863 on Twitter. There you go. Oh, there's more. There's more. Another tweet from this fucking dumbass. He also tweets this, and I quote, "I never want to see injuries in wrestling except for Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes. Fuck those guys. Especially neck injuries. You'd really think these guys would learn how to work a style that doesn't cause this shit. Not hard when you remember it's really fake." Same person. Same person. Same person. Look at that. I want you people to stay away from those kinds of people. Consider yourself, if you're even watching this video, I want to say this to you right now. If you think that wrestling is fake, you're even more of a bigger casual than I thought you were. You are the biggest casual than I thought you were to begin with. You're going to sit there and say wrestling is fake. You want to step into that ring? You want to step into that ring, bro? Because when you step into that ring, everybody in World Wrestling Entertainment, everybody in New Japan, everybody who's wrestling right now, they're risking their bodies for our entertainment. That's one. Number two, you think wrestling is fake, bro? You want to talk to Triple H, who torn both his quads? You want to talk about Tommaso fucking Ciampa, who's getting neck surgery as we speak right now? You want to talk to guys like Batista, Randy Orton, everybody else who suffered legitimate injuries? Rey Mysterio, who had surgery on his left knee 5 times? You want to think wrestling's fake, right? Step into that ring and be my guest. Step into that ring and be my guest. I dare you. You want to talk to Seth Rollins, who tore his ACL and his MCL on the shaved knee? Oh, but wrestling's fake though, right? Wrestling's fake, right? Yeah. I hope you watch this video, bro. I hope you are. I hope right now, this second, I hope you're watching. Blow me. Blow me. And I'm waiting for you, bro, to comment down below so I can bench you on the channel, bro. I'm waiting for you. You are the biggest casual fan ever if you think that wrestling's fake. If you also think that wrestling's fake, don't fucking watch. You want to know what's more fake? Reality TV shows. Fake. Think I'm joking? Go ahead and watch. Go ahead and watch. The stupid amount of casual fans that I ran into this past week on Twitter and on the comment section down below. This past week alone. People think that I'm an internet thug. Bro, you're the one that's watching me. You're the one that's giving me the views. So, thank you on that part, you fucking idiot. Thank you on that part. You fucking idiot. Fuck out of here, bro. You want to sit there and call me a fucking internet thug and shit? Motherfucker, I'm a security guard working for the New York Yankees, bro. Blow me. Blow me. Take a pinwheel. Fucking blow me, you fucking faggot. Blow me. Oh, you guys thought this was just the beginning of me ranting. You haven't seen anything yet, motherfucker. You haven't seen anything yet. I'm going to say this to you guys right now. I have so much news here. Pertains to WrestleMania next year in Tampa. A lot of news, man. A lot of fucking news. It's not even funny. So I want you guys to sit back, grab yourself an ice cold alcoholic beverage or whatever the fuck you're fucking drinking. Fucking sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 10 of the Reality Podcast right here on YouTube. If you guys don't know who I am Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Saturday, March 9th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, I want you guys to hit that like button. Let's get this video to 10 likes right here on this episode of the podcast. Before anything, I gotta give out shout outs, man, to the two people who subscribed to the channel during this week. Andrew Justice and Danielle Wolf. If you guys are watching the podcast, shout out to you. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel and supporting the channel. If you guys enjoy the podcast, hit that thumbs up. Like I said, let's get this video to 10 likes. Comment down below your thoughts of the podcast. And also, if you guys are new to the channel, you're watching this video for the very first time, you guys like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells for all notifications, man. Check out the content that I provided this whole entire week, man. Yesterday, Friday, I uploaded the top 10 greatest matches of 2018. A very good episode of Top 10 Fridays, man. I want you guys to go ahead and check that out. Link to this video will be in the annotation on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Also, Thursday, I uploaded Throwback Thursday, where we review WrestleMania 13, one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, including the match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart back at WrestleMania 13, one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. Link to this video will be in the annotation on the upper right-hand corner. Wednesday, I uploaded NXT review. The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic begins as we got the first round of the Dusty Classic Tournament. Link to this video will be in the annotation on the upper right-hand corner. SmackDown, Tuesday. I did a double upload on Tuesday. SmackDown. Finally, Samoa Joe wins gold in WWE. He won the United States Championship in a very good episode of SmackDown Live. Link to this video will be down below in the description. Also, Tuesday afternoon, I had a long day on Tuesday, so I uploaded Call of Duty Black Ops 4 gameplay. Call me the LeBron James of Black Ops 4. Link to this video will be down below in the description. Also, back on Monday Night Raw, guys, I uploaded a Raw review. The baddest woman on the planet, quote unquote, turns heel. In my opinion, I think Ronda Rousey turned heel. So link to this video will be down below in the description, along with all the other content that I have uploaded this past week. Follow me on social media, man. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris _WB. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Hope you guys check out the content. Very good content that I've provided for you guys this week. Now, before I begin with the news and rumors and everything, I want to have a discussion real quick. There was a report. Well, it's officially happened as of yesterday. Tommaso Ciampa went down with the neck injury, and he got successful neck surgery yesterday. The timetable for Ciampa, he'll be out between, I believe, 6 to 14 months, I believe. The reason why I think Vince rushed this whole entire thing up, you know, with Ciampa, Gargano, Black, and Ricochet, is because he knows that nobody right now on the main roster draws attention. Nobody's drawing viewership. No one is. More people, whether you like it or not, more people watch NXT than they do on the main roster. More people watch NXT than Raw and SmackDown combined. Low key. NXT goes for an hour. It does more shit than Raw and SmackDown put together. Even though SmackDown is much of the more better, superior show than Monday Night Raw in itself. Just blame creative. Blame creative. Now, as you guys know, Tommaso Ciampa went down with injury. Vince, there was a report going around that Vince called up Ciampa, Gargano, Ricochet, and Black without Triple H knowing. So Vince wants to do the rush on everything on NXT, bring those 4 guys up. Now look what happened. Ciampa, within the first 3 weeks of him on the main roster, gets hurt. Now, we don't know how long Ciampa got hurt. Excuse me. We don't know how long Ciampa has been hurt with this neck issue. I heard that Ciampa was hurt since his call up to the main roster. Now, if you want to bring up Ciampa, Gargano, Ricochet, and Black, why didn't Vince just wait until the Raw after WrestleMania to call those 4 guys up? You know Black is going to get called up to the main roster. You know that. Ricochet, give him some time down there in NXT. Give him time there. Now that Ciampa's suffering the injury, which, thank God Ciampa didn't fucking wait till after TakeOver to get the surgery. They wanted Ciampa to wait until after TakeOver for him to get the surgery. God only knows what could have happened if Ciampa waited till after TakeOver. God forbid, during his match against Gargano at TakeOver, something bad happens to his neck. Something bad happens to him. Can you imagine Tommaso Ciampa wrestling against Gargano at the biggest TakeOver of the year with a neck injury? Excuse me. He could have been low-key, God forbid, he could have been paralyzed from the neck down. That could have ended his career. But the injury Ciampa got and the surgery that Ciampa got, this is the same injury that Kurt Angle got at one point of his career, Edge got at one point of his career, and Nikki Bella got at one point during her career. And look what happened to those 3 guys, to those 3 people. Kurt's career shortened down, Edge's career shortened down. We barely saw Nikki Bella ever since Evolution. Back in fucking, October? I believe. So, you gotta think about that here. Excuse me. Listen, I'm starting to get sick for some reason. My fucking God. My throat's been killing me. But, nonetheless, you gotta really think about that. Now, another thing that I'm pissed off about is that why would Vince call those 4 guys up now? The perfect time for those men to get called up is the Raw after WrestleMania, the biggest Raw of the year. It's in Raw. It's on Monday Night Raw. It's in Barclays Center in front of a real crowd, not fucking Lafayette, Louisiana. It'd be the perfect time for those 4 guys to get exposure on the main roster. It'll be perfect for those 4 men to get called up to the main roster. Black, it's only a matter of time for Aleister Black to get called up to the main roster. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Black is going to get called up, and most likely Shayna Baszler. Or unless if you want to keep her down until fucking until Ronda Rousey comes back. I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind that. But you gotta think about that in perspective. Why is Vince calling up the four most greatest guys of NXT, put them up in the main roster for what? Now look what happened to Ciampa. Ciampa's fucked up. It took Vince 3 weeks to fuck up Ciampa. Now look what happened. Now he's out of action for the next 6 to 14 months. I'm sorry, I gotta say this now. Vince has to go. Vince has to go. He has to go. I'm sorry. Vince, your time is up. Your time is officially up. I'm sorry. You have put this company on the top of the map. You're bringing it down. Now look what happened. You fucked up the greatest thing that's ever happened to NXT in Tommaso Ciampa. This is what happens when you rush. That's what happens. You want to put Gargano and Ciampa in back-to-back weeks against the Revival, and then you want to put Ciampa and Gargano against two of the most hard-hitting men on the main roster. In the Bar. Look what happened to Ciampa in that match against the Bar. He almost broke his fucking leg. There was a spot there during that match where Ciampa went for a sun flip fucking powerbomb. Sheamus literally fucking landed on Tommaso Ciampa's bad leg. Come on. Seriously? Like, yeah, I understand it's wrestling, and that happens. Injuries happen. But for the people in the community to say that wrestling's fake, then you shouldn't be watching the fucking product to begin with. Oh, Chris, if you don't like it, don't watch. Blow me. Blow me. Blow me. I'm saying this now. Vince has to go. Vince has to go. Let Triple H take over. Literally and figuratively. Let Triple H take over. Do it now before it's too late. Before it's too late. Before next thing you know, we get another call up from NXT that's suffering another injury. And also, another thing that pissed me off, when Vince called up Ciampa and everybody else, Vince didn't know that Ciampa was suffering an injury. Or that Vince wanted to fucking see if those four guys in NXT was going to sink or swim. Sink or swim. Vince, you're driving Monday Night Raw to sink. Literally, to fucking sink. Literally. Literally. And the bad thing about this is Ciampa's going to be out for a long, long time. For a long, long time. Let me say this now. Let me say this right now. I hope Ciampa gets back. I low-key hope that Tommaso Ciampa comes back better, comes back stronger. But by the time Ciampa comes back from this serious neck injury, Vince has to go. Vince has to go. Because seriously, the people on the main roster, they don't deserve this. They don't. They don't. You got people sitting and catering with no plans at all. With no type of fucking plans. Hold on, I'm recording for the podcast. I'm saying this now. Seriously. Seriously, I'm saying this right now. Vince has to go. Honestly. I swear on everything that is fucking holy on this God's green earth. If Vince does not go by the time Ciampa comes back, we're going to have a serious fucking issue. Serious fucking issue. Let's get to the Q&A real quick that I got. I got a few questions. I got a few questions for some of my subscribers real quick. If I can just pull it up on Twitter. So I got a few questions. One from Soda and I got 2 from Bobby. If you guys are watching, what's up, guys? So Soda asked me, would you rather watch 24 whole hours of 2019 Monday Night Raw, or would you rather deactivate your Twitter account? Where's the deactivation button? I'd rather deactivate my Twitter account than watch 24 whole hours of Monday Night Raw. That's what, like 8 episodes? That's 8 episodes of Raw. That's 8 episodes of Raw. Deactivate my Twitter. Clearly. Bobby asked me 2 questions. Bobby, if you're watching, what's up, bro? Number 1, he asked me 2 questions here. Number 1, who or what inspired you to become a wrestling fan? If you guys know me by now, you guys know that what got me into wrestling was The Undertaker. You know, when I first saw him back in 1996 at WrestleMania 12, I got instantly hooked. Instantly hooked. The Undertaker inspired me to become a wrestling fan. And question number 2 from Bobby, what is your favorite wrestling match of all time? That is the toughest question anybody has ever asked me since I've been on YouTube. What is your favorite wrestling match of all time? Damn, there's so many. Oh my God, there are so many. If I have to pick one, I would have to say Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. No question. No question. So that's your Q&A, guys, from Soda and Bobby. If you guys are watching, guys, shout out to you guys here on the channel. I have so much news for you guys. Let's get to the news and rumors right away. There is so much news on here. I have it on my iPad. So much news here. It's not even fucking funny. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Updates on matches for John Cena, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. As you guys know, WrestleMania 35 is literally just around the corner. And speculation is mounting over the card that World Wrestling Entertainment has planned for the big event on April 7th. Dave Meltzer noted on the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio that despite R-Truth's promo on SmackDown, in which he called John Cena his quote-unquote hero, there are no plans for Truth to go up against John Cena at WrestleMania. Would you want to see a R-Truth match versus John Cena at WrestleMania? No. Despite rumors, Meltzer also noted he has been unable to get a firm answer on who Cena's opponent at WrestleMania will be, but he believes it will be the new United States champion, Samoa Joe. I wouldn't mind Joe. As long as Joe is beating Cena at WrestleMania, I don't mind it. Because Cena right now, winning the U.S. title right now, is not needed. It's not needed. In addition, Meltzer suggests that Randy Orton would go up against AJ Styles, considering the fact it wasn't added to Fastlane. He believes it's being saved for WrestleMania, but he didn't reiterate nothing is confirmed or set in stone. There were rumors back, I believe, coming after the Rumble. There were rumors going around that Orton was going to face Styles for the WWE Championship. Dang it, Bryan's still champion, so obviously that's not going to happen. So there you go. I would love to see Orton versus AJ Styles for WrestleMania. I would love to see that match. But if that match is happening, it's got to be, no question, 100% out of the question. It has to be for the WWE Championship. No question. WrestleMania 36 confirmed for Tampa Bay in 2020. World Wrestling Entertainment has officially announced that WrestleMania 36 will emanate from the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For all you Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, Raymond James Stadium on April 5th, 2020. So this is good. This is good, man. This is really good. WrestleMania is more than just a one-day event. It's a week-long celebration. In addition to WrestleMania 36, other activities planned include WrestleMania Access, SmackDown Live, the 2020 Hall of Fame induction ceremony, NXT TakeOver, and Monday Night Raw. World Wrestling Entertainment will also host more than a dozen community outreach events, including hospital visits and Be a Star bullying prevention rallies designed to give back to the local region. This is going to be Florida's 4th WrestleMania in the past 12 years. Date back to it. WrestleMania 24 was in Orlando. WrestleMania 28 was in Miami. WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. WrestleMania 36 will be in Tampa, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. I've took a picture of. I seen pictures of the stadium. It's a beautiful stadium, by the way. It's a beautiful stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. I'm looking forward to that WrestleMania next year for 2020. If you guys want to see the logo for WrestleMania next year, hold on, give me a second. Okay, here it is. What you guys think of the logo for next year? I think it looks nice. It looks nice. It fits the Tampa Bay thing. It fits it. So, you know, it's a pretty good logo. I like it. I like the logo. Okay, here we go. WWE locks dates for Saudi Arabia events for 2019. Why are they going back to Saudi Arabia? Oh yeah, because they signed a fucking 10-year deal with fucking Saudi Arabia. Oh yeah, because it obviously says here, World Wrestling Entertainment has reportedly locked in dates for the next set of events in Saudi Arabia as part of the 10-year partnership with the Saudi General Sports Authority. They've also reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that World Wrestling Entertainment is set to hold a show in Saudi on May 3rd and also another event on November 1st. There's no word on the venue location for these events. Do I care? After what happened at Crown Jewel, I don't care. They should have low-key, my honest opinion, they should have canceled Crown Jewel. They should have canceled Crown Jewel. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is always on the news, man. Roman Reigns wants to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 36 in the main event. Oh, Roman! Oh, Roman! For all you fucking casual fans out there, my God. The entire pro wrestling world was elated when Roman Reigns returned after his leukemia went into remission. For those who are still commenting on our social media saying that his leukemia was a work, let me know if you guys think that Roman Reigns' leukemia was a work. Listen, I don't think it was, but people in the community think that it is. I don't know why. And there was a report out there saying that Roman avoided chemotherapy. Now, if Roman was to go through chemotherapy, he would lose a lot of muscle mass. He would have to cut his hair. So that's why people are thinking, oh, when you have cancer, weren't you supposed to cut your hair? No, when you have chemotherapy, you have to shave off your hair. And he would have lost a whole bunch of muscle mass in his body. He would have lost it. But Roman avoided chemotherapy. Roman Reigns spoke to WFF on 100 Catch in France, where he was asked about his WrestleMania 36 dream opponent. It might be over a year away, but Reigns has his eye on someone to face when Tampa, Florida hosts a show of shows in 2020. Roman says here, and I quote, "I think I like to close the show, and I think I like to wrestle Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. I think I want to get my rematch 1 year from now." The thought of Roman, end quote, the thought of Roman Reigns emerging out of WrestleMania 36 as Universal Champion could be a very good idea. Why would that be a good idea? After all, Vince McMahon wanted that big WrestleMania moment for him, but his relentless push of Roman made the fans resent the notion of pushing Roman Reigns. Now it seems that Reigns is back and the crowd is fully behind him. Yeah, give this a couple more weeks before fans start to boo Roman. Let's just see if WWE can hold off until WrestleMania to put the big red belt back on the big dog. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And if this does happen, Roman has to turn heel. 100% factual. Roman has to turn heel. Seth already turned heel. Dean already turned heel. It's only a matter of time before Vince has to put Roman on that heel leash, which is what I like to call. I would love to see Roman as a heel. If Ronda Rousey can turn heel, believe me, Roman can turn heel. Believe me. But I'm going to say this now. I would not be surprised if they did this the same way Rock and Cena did after WrestleMania 27. I would not be surprised if that happens. Now, is Rollins going to hold the Universal Championship for the whole year going into WrestleMania 36? It's possible. It's possible. But let's see what happens. But knowing Vince, you know, he's going to have that itch, you know, that itch to give Roman Reigns the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. I would not be surprised if that also happens. I would not be surprised. Here we go, man. Moving on with the news, man. Moving on with the news. Oh, yeah, and we're also going to preview and predict Fastlane later on, going towards the end of the podcast. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson reportedly leaving WWE. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson didn't step foot in NXT when it came into World Wrestling Entertainment from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Much like AJ Styles, the two were hyped and a big surprise. Then things didn't pan out for Anderson and Gallows. PW Insider reports that Anderson and Gallows have rejected offers from the World Wrestling Entertainment for new contracts, and they intend on leaving the company. While their destination isn't certain, AEW, they are leaving World Wrestling Entertainment partly due to how they were used in recent years. It is further noted that Anderson and Gallows, quote unquote, had multiple meetings with the company about their future. We have been told by 3 sources over the last 2 days that the pair have turned down multi-million dollar deals from the company and intend to exit after the current deals expire. Those two are currently not on television or being booked for live events either. The contracts are slated to be up in September of this year, in case you're keeping score. It is no secret that AEW is looking for tag team wrestlers, and Anderson and Gallows certainly fit that bill. Luke Gallows is 35 years old and Anderson is 39. They still have the ability to perform with top-tier tag teams as well, but apparently it won't be for WWE. The two were among those talent approached weeks ago about signing new deals, but they will reportedly be leaving instead. Good! This is good for the club. Go to AEW. Tag team wrestling is going to exist on AEW, so why not? Why not? The AEW effect, folks, is 100% real. And if you don't believe that, you're the biggest casual fan walking God's green earth. So that's good for Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Fox reportedly looking to change up the announce team for SmackDown Live. World Wrestling Entertainment is moving the SmackDown Live show to Fox in October. It was previously reported that Fox's current plan for World Wrestling Entertainment's Blue brand, SmackDown, is a short-term one for Friday nights on the Fox network. That might not be the only change. Raji reports that Fox is looking to step away from WWE's current 3-person announce team. It is reported that Fox wants WWE to start presenting a 2-person announce team instead. SmackDown Live is currently announced by Tom Phillips, Baron fucking Saxton, and Corey Graves. Since the savior of misbehavior is already on Monday Night Raw, World Wrestling Entertainment could elect to move him off of SmackDown. You never know what they might view the comedy between Phillips and Saxton, so this is certainly an ongoing situation. We're going to have to keep an eye on the story to see what happens next. I don't mind a 3-person team. I really don't. I like Tom Phillips. He's okay. Corey Graves is alright, especially when it comes to fucking Mandy Rose. He's fucking hilarious. And Baron Saxton, he's just Baron Saxton. You know? I don't mind the 3-team commentary team. I don't mind it. But then again, a 2-person commentary team doesn't really sound that bad. Now, it depends on who's there. If anything, you want to bring up Mauro Ranallo, you want to put him on SmackDown. He has that voice. Listen, Mauro Ranallo is the voice of NXT. He's the voice of NXT. I love his voice when it comes to NXT and TakeOver. You're gonna need it for TakeOver. But I wouldn't mind having Mauro on NXT, and then if you want to put him on SmackDown for just a little bit, I wouldn't mind it. As a matter of fact, you know what? Scratch that. I would put Mauro on NXT. Keep him there. You hear his voice? He wants to stay in NXT. He loves NXT, by the way, with this whole Mamma Mia thing. I would love it. But who would be the commentary team for SmackDown in October? I don't know. I really do not know. There's news on The Undertaker. You know, the greatest of all time. The Undertaker's current WrestleMania status. Now, if you guys know The Undertaker is an iconic figure in World Wrestling Entertainment and popular culture. He has been featured in plenty of previous WrestleMania events. It is hard to picture Mania going on without the dead man, and it looks like we won't have to do it this year either. WrestleVote on their Twitter account reports that it would not shock me 100% if he didn't appear on the show. Therefore, you can probably expect Taker to show up. The big question is whether the Undertaker will be actually wrestling in a match. Now, this is what WrestleVotes tweeted on Twitter, getting a ton of Undertaker WrestleMania questions. Here's what I'll say: it would shock me 100% if he didn't appear on the show. He'll be there, to be determined as to whether he's in an actual match or not. Discussions were ongoing as of this week. Taker news is always tight-lipped backstage. Obviously, they're not gonna reveal if Taker's gonna be on the card. You know, they want to keep it hush-hush. You know, they did the same thing with Cena last year, and it was good for what it was. Taker and Cena got an impromptu match. They went for a good, 3 minutes? Taker squashed Cena. Taker got his shit in. That's it. That's it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do the exact same thing this year. We would have to wait and see what World Wrestling Entertainment and Undertaker can work out. He's previously stated that he wants to work a smaller schedule, but Vince McMahon is awfully persuasive when he wants something to happen. So, you know, Vince and Taker have been this close since Taker has been in the company for almost 30 years. So, whatever Vince presents the Undertaker, you know Taker's going to think about it real quick. And then when he's ready to give Vince an answer, he'll deliver. But I did hear a couple weeks ago that Taker will be open to a match against either Drew McIntyre or Finn Balor. I would have put him up against Finn Balor. Bring back the Demon. Bring back the Demon. The Demon versus the Dead Man at WrestleMania. That's a money match. And Taker, last time we saw Taker at Crown Jewel, he looked really good. The matchup was awful at Crown Jewel, but nonetheless, Taker looked really good at Crown Jewel. He looked really good. Moving on here with the podcast, man. Moving on here with the podcast, episode 10. Fastlane. WWE adds another match to Fastlane. Oh my God. If you guys thought that Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio at Fastlane in the pre-show was just as horrible, wait till you see what I'm about to read to you right now. Fastlane is this Sunday. Did you guys forget that Fastlane was tomorrow? But they obviously have more room on the card. Now they have added another match to the show on the Friday before Sunday's event. They added this yesterday. Kofi Kingston was screwed out of the WWE Championship opportunity at Fastlane, leaving the New Day to be furious about it along with the entire WWE Universe. Kofi isn't scheduled for a match, but Xavier Woods and Big E are, because they will take on the team of Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Another waste of a match. Another waste of a match. Another waste. Another waste. Rusev turned some heads the other day when he said that we might have seen the last of him on WWE television. Thankfully, it looks like that was just a rib. This match is scheduled for the kickoff show along with Andrade Cien versus Rey Mysterio. So with those two matches on social media for free, it'll hopefully build some attention for the event. No, it won't. No, it won't. Are you going to watch the pre-show? I doubt that if you guys are going to watch the pre-show, you're only going to watch it for Andrade Cien against Rey Mysterio. You're going to watch the pre-show for this tag team match? I wouldn't even care. Thank God on Sunday, I'm at Yankee Stadium working. So I'm going to miss the pre-show, at least. I'm going to miss the pre-show. Becky Lynch, there's news on Becky Lynch here. How WWE is preparing for Becky Lynch's push after WrestleMania. Now, Becky Lynch is one of the top baby faces in the company right now, but it didn't happen all on her own. Not only were the fans behind the man, but she also had talented opponents to face. This is something that World Wrestling Entertainment needs to keep in mind. WrestleMania 35 main event is set to feature Ronda versus Becky versus Charlotte in a triple threat match for the Raw Women's title. Unless something happens, that is the match WWE is going with, and there's a reason for this as well. The Wrestling Observer newsletter noted that another reason a triple threat match is set up, so it opens the playing field up for more future challengers for Becky Lynch. They reported this, and I quote, "The change is also to have enough rivalries to set up for Lynch. With both Flair and Asuka, unlike when they gave you the Daniel Bryan win, with lack of options until the planned Brock Lesnar squash, which is another issue, ended up working him with Kane. Becky Lynch's rise to the WrestleMania main event does parallel Daniel Bryan's journey to WrestleMania 30 in a lot of ways. We will just have to see what happens following the show shows, but at least WWE is keeping that in mind. When Becky wins the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, she'll be on Raw. And after that, Charlotte will be on SmackDown. It depends what happens on the international superstar shakeup the week after. On April 15th and 16th, I believe. So, this is obviously, Fastlane is just predictable. Obviously, it's pretty obvious that Becky's going to beat Charlotte at Fastlane to make it a triple threat. So, I don't know, unless there's something happens, knowing Vince, he likes to fucking switch shit up on the last second. So let's see what happens. Speaking of WrestleMania, WWE's original plan for the WrestleMania 35 main event matches. This is what happened. This was the original plan before Roman went out. The WWE tried to book thinking long term, but sometimes things just don't work out like they're planned. In the past few months, we have seen the WrestleMania card reform in front of our eyes, and it was not Vince's original idea for the big show at all. Becky Lynch was inserted into the main event around Survivor Series, and Seth Rollins won the Royal Rumble match back in January. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that the WWE had very different plans for this year's shows before things started getting changed around. This is what Meltzer reported. Rousey versus Flair, along with whatever would be the Universal title match involving Roman Reigns, who was eventually beating Brock Lesnar, would be the headliners. So we was going to get Roman against Brock at WrestleMania again, and Rousey versus Flair. So in the beginning, before Roman even fucking got out, I'm going to say this now. In the beginning, before Roman even came out with injury, with the leukemia situation, I truly believed, that Charlotte Flair was going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. I truly believed that. Until the rise of Becky Lynch, that changed real quick. That changed really quick. WWE is still using Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, but Becky Lynch is walking in as the fan favorite for that match, provided she can beat Flair this Sunday at Fastlane. Roman Reigns' leukemia was not in the plans either, which meant the big dog would not be in the planned WrestleMania main event either. The good news is that he is back and will have some role during the shows. It just goes to show you that you never know what can happen in WWE. To be honest with you, I don't care if Roman Reigns is not in the WrestleMania main event. I don't care. I'm sick of Roman Reigns. After 2 weeks, I'm sick of it already. I'm low-key just sick of it. I don't care. Roman's back. I don't care. If you're going to put Roman Reigns back to the top where he left off, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to rant on this even more. If Roman Reigns is back, coming back from leukemia, he relinquished the Universal Championship, he's at the bottom of the fucking barrel. He has to work his way back up like everyone else has. Like Seth Rollins did. He was at the bottom of the barrel coming back from injury back in 2017. Rollins was at the bottom of the barrel. Look at him now. Close to 2 years later, he won the Rumble. Now he's facing Brock at WrestleMania. Worked his ass off for the past 2 years since he came back from injury. If you can put a guy like Seth Rollins at the bottom of the barrel to work his way back up, you can do the exact same thing for Roman. That's simple. Speaking of Roman Reigns, when Roman Reigns will return to the road full time. Now, Roman Reigns made his big return, and it was resulted in a reformation of the Shield so far. Boo-hoo. This was great news for the fans of the big dog, but he still hasn't started making house shows just yet. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that the belief right now is that Roman Reigns will start back with the WWE full-time at the conclusion of their annual post-WrestleMania European tour. Right now, the belief is Reigns will be working full-time schedule, starting with the European tour in May, if not earlier, end quote. Reigns is scheduled to be at every Raw, so he will remain on television. He is not working all the roles day for WWE just yet, but that is coming soon enough. You gotta let Reigns recover for a couple of weeks before he comes back. Fuck it. Let Reigns come back full time. Just let him heal up a little bit more. That's it. For all you Kofi Kingston fans, WWE's original intention behind Kofi Kingston's push. Now, as you guys know that Kofi Kingston is getting a big push now, WWE has a lot of superstars who are more than deserving of a big push in the company. In the recent weeks, WWE has made aware that the fans really want to see Kofi Kingston in the main event match. That is likely what is going to happen. Remember how I said in the past couple of SmackDown reviews? Patience, my friend, is a virtue. However, Brad Shepard reported on the All You Didn't Know podcast that the actual intention behind Kofi Kingston's push was initially a way to give Daniel Bryan, an extremely popular babyface, to defeat and raise his status as a top heel. This is what Brad Shepard reported, and I quote, "Obviously, Kofi's push was a sudden, and everyone's happy for him. But it all came down, of course, by mistake with Mustafa Ali's injury. What I'm being told is that this is more about making Daniel Bryan a super heel for future programs than it is about getting Kofi to be a top dog," end quote. You never know if the fans will speak out in a massive enough numbers that Vince McMahon will hear them. The same kind of thing happened with Daniel Bryan during the road to WrestleMania 30. Bryan is ironically the man that Kofi Kingston will need to beat this time around to make his WrestleMania dreams come true. I said this to you guys on the last couple of SmackDown reviews. Patience is a virtue. Patience. This is a good thing that Kofi is not competing for the championship at Fastlane. And I just don't want to repeat this now, but I have to. The reason why Kofi Kingston got replaced for Fastlane is because Vince wants to paint a bigger picture, possibly, for WrestleMania. Now, getting Kofi replaced with Kevin Owens, not bad replacement. You really think that you really think that Kevin Owens is going to walk into Fastlane and walk out of Fastlane WWE champion? No. There's no question that Daniel Bryan is going to retain the title at Fastlane. There's no question. This creates a bigger opportunity and a much bigger chance for Kofi to walk out of WrestleMania, out of MetLife Stadium, as WWE champion. You people have got to relax. Patience, my friend. I cannot stress this no more. Patience is a virtue. You just got to be patient. What WrestleVotes tweeted on Twitter the past 2 weeks ago, do not panic. Don't panic. This is a bigger picture for Kofi at WrestleMania. You really want Kofi to win the championship? Do it at WrestleMania and not at Fastlane with just 4 weeks to go to WrestleMania. And if you wanted to give Kofi the championship, you should have gave it to him back at the Chamber pay-per-view in February. That you should have done. That you should have done. So there you go. Finally, guys, to end the news portion of the podcast before we go preview and predict Fastlane. Possible spoiler for top WWE WrestleMania title match. Now, WWE has a lot of things to figure out as they head towards WrestleMania on April 7th at MetLife Stadium. We previously reported that WWE had a plan for Kofi Kingston, but fans could change that because Kingston was originally going to be fed Daniel Bryan to further the Planet's Champion's push as a top heel. Brad Shepard reported on the old You Didn't Know podcast that WWE has a plan for the WWE title match at WrestleMania that some fans might not appreciate. However, there is still time for the WWE Universe to let their voices be heard. This is what Brad Shepard reported, and I quote, "So obviously we still have many weeks until WrestleMania. They're weighing different options as to who would win. But the plan has been for Daniel Bryan to retain the title and that this is another step in building him as a super heel for future programs." And I quote. No, end quote. He continues here, and I quote, "As it stands right now, Daniel Bryan will be walking out as WWE champion out of WrestleMania. Again, obviously, with the momentum Kofi has, that could change. But it's probably going to take some fan support." He also continued by saying, "So that will be a very interesting situation to monitor because it's another case where just by accident, someone organically got over in a moment and it took the momentum and has done some great things, and that would WWE give them a ball, or it's just an opportunity for a couple of feature matches on the big stage and nothing more." End quote. We have to wait and see what happens next on this ongoing situation. After all, the WWE's plans seem to change consistently from week to week as the stage in the game. People want to see Kofi as champion, obviously. But in my opinion, Kofi's not world champion material. He's not. He's a great athlete. He's funny. He's amazing to watch in the ring. But you guys really think that Kofi is world champion material? My honest opinion, no, he's not. No, he's not. But it's up to you, the fans, to let Vince hear you out to give Kofi the coveted WWE Championship. It's up to you guys. Vince wants to hear you out. So do what you have to do. That is it, guys, for the news portion of the podcast. We are about to preview WWE Fastlane. I do not know why this matchup. I don't know why this pay-per-view is even happening on Sunday. I really do not know why this is happening on Sunday. Are you guys gonna watch Fastlane? Because I still have to watch it low-key. I still have to really watch it. Here we go, man. We got the two matches on the pre-show. We got the New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods going up against Nakamura and Rusev. I got the New Day winning. Simple as that. I don't care. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas. I got Almas winning. Why? Because I love Almas. And they got to continue with that storyline. We got the Revival. Dash Robert, Scott Dawson defending the Raw Tag Team titles against Aleister Black and Ricochet. And the Glorious Ones, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. To be honest with you, I like Aleister Black and Ricochet. But at this point in the game, they do not deserve a Raw Tag Team title match. They're competing in the fucking Dusty Rhodes Classic for the NXT tag titles. So why are they competing here for the Raw Tag Team titles? I don't know why. But if you're going to book this match, you're not going to get Aleister Black and Ricochet to get pinned. I have the Revival pinning Gable or Rude. You're not going to pin Black and Ricochet. You're not. You're just not. I got the Revival retaining the Raw Tag Team titles. And they're pinning Chad Gable or Bobby Roode. They should not be pinning Black and Ricochet. They shouldn't. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. If Lynch wins, she'll be added back into the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 35. Obviously, according to the report, they got Becky Lynch making it a triple threat. So Becky Lynch will obviously beat Charlotte. This is a very predictable pay-per-view. I am not going to lie to you guys. This is a very predictable pay-per-view. So I got Becky Lynch winning. So far I got the New Day winning, Andrade winning, Revival retaining the Raw Tag Team titles, and I got Becky Lynch beating Charlotte Flair. The Shield 3.0. Ambrose, Reigns, and Rollins going up against McIntyre, Trashley, and Corbin. Do I have to really predict who wins this match? You guys know who I'm picking for this match. You're not going to have Roman come back after 4 months and lose in his first match back. So there you go. Shield wins. That's it. Do I care? No. Do you care? Fuck no. Shield wins. Asuka versus Mandy Rose for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka should not be losing. In my opinion, Asuka will be walking into WrestleMania as Raw Women's Champion. So I got Asuka beating Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose, listen, don't get me wrong about Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose has been improving in the ring. But is she legit enough to beat Asuka? No. So I got Asuka retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know about you guys, but this is my bathroom break match for Fastlane. Sasha Banks and Bayley defending the Women's Tag Team Championships against Nia Jax and Tamina. Think about this, folks. Andrade versus Rey Mysterio is on a pre-show, while you got people like Nia Jax and Tamina on the main show. Yeah. Fucked up big time. If anything, this match should be on the pre-show, and you put Andrade versus Rey on the main show. Fastlane will be just a little bit more better. But beggars can't be choosers. I got Sasha and Bayley. They're not losing. They're not losing the Raw. They're not losing the Women's Tag Team titles anytime soon. Anytime soon. They're not losing this anytime soon. They're just not. I got Sasha and Bayley retaining the Women's Tag Team Championships. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles against The Miz and Shane McMahon. Another bathroom break match for you guys that are attending Fastlane, for you guys that are watching Fastlane on the network. Use this match and use the Women's Tag Team Championship match as your bathroom break, considering of me. Do I really want to predict this match? Again, I ask, do I care? The Usos are going to obviously retain. If you think The Miz and Shane are going to win back the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, you're the biggest fucking idiot. Obviously, I think Miz will stab Shane in the back, making their match at WrestleMania. I got the Usos retaining the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Finally, guys, to end the podcast here, Daniel Bryan defending the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. Now, if you guys know, Kevin Owens was Kofi's replacement for many good reasons. This should be a good match. But I got Daniel Bryan retaining the championship. There's just no way Daniel Bryan should be losing going into WrestleMania. There's no way Daniel Bryan should be losing a championship match going into WrestleMania. So I got Daniel Bryan retaining the coveted, the most prestigious championship in all of WWE. I got Daniel Bryan retaining the WWE Championship. So that is it, guys, for episode 10 of the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed episode 10 of this podcast, hit that thumbs up. I want this video to get to 10 likes on this video. 10 likes on this video. Comment down below what you guys thought of the podcast. What are your predictions for Fastlane tomorrow night? Also, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, you guys like what you see on the channel with Raw review, SmackDown review, Call of Duty gameplay, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Fridays, the podcast here on every single Saturday, and WWE 2K19 My Career Mode. Hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells for all notifications, guys. Check out the content. Top 10. I recorded this yesterday. This video is up on the channel live. Thursday's video, Throwback Thursday, WrestleMania 13. That video is up on the channel as well. NXT review. That video is also live on the channel right now. SmackDown review from this past Tuesday. That video will be on the channel. Also, Black Ops 4 Call of Duty gameplay. That video is live on the channel as well. And Raw review from this past Monday with Ronda Rousey, quote-unquote, turn heel. All these videos will be up on the channel. All these videos will be down below in the description. And on top of that, Top 10 Fridays, Throwback Thursday, NXT review, and SmackDown will be on the upper right-hand corner of your screen in the annotation. Make sure you guys check out the content that I provided for you guys this past week right here on the channel. Make sure you guys follow me on social media, man. Twitter, Chris from Lori. Instagram, your boy Chris_WFB. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow, not only for episode number 2 of My Career Mode 2K19. You guys are also going to get Fastlane review. As the show goes off the air, I'll be right here for you guys, recording Fastlane review right here on the channel. So expect 2 videos tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., you guys are going to get episode 2 of 2K19 My Career Mode. And then as soon as Fastlane goes off the air, I will come over here, review the show for you guys, and it'll be up on the channel right after Fastlane is off the air. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Shout out once again that subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Andrew Justice and Daniel Wolf. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to also Soda and Bobby for the questions for the Q&A. I will see you guys tomorrow for Double Upload Sunday for episode 2 of My Career Mode 2K19 and Fastlane review. Till then, talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fastlane review and also episode 2 of 2K19 My Career Mode. Talk to you guys later.